Yeah, so the winner of this match will be going on to Reunited, which is why we're watching them now, and I think maybe we'll follow that through. We'll see what other games we have going too. We just want to bring you some Overwatch on the screen. I really hope we don't see double Winston, double Lucio, double Tracer, but all the knowledge I have about these games says otherwise. So we are back.
It's already happening, Hex. We have 2 Tracers coming out already from the Ogon side.
I don't know. I propose the idea that we do a single double, that you can have 2 Tracers, but that's it. You can't duplicate anywhere else. I call the idea single double, and maybe one day when people start taking my ideas seriously, we'll try that out. But for now, though, it looks like we're not going double Winston, which is at least somewhat relieving.
Yeah, there's only one monkey in the field. We're not actually getting Planet of the Apes Civil War. Not just yet. If the rest of the day, though, it absolutely could be a thing. However, both teams getting into it right now. Outcomes, and looking here at the side of Ogon, it's going to be Vidish on the Winston, Hamstero on the 76, Ordinator on the Reaper, Aleka on Lucio, and QQ Noro and GDK on a pair of Tracers. Moving right in, and right now, really, Ogon not wasting any time, picking up the first 2 kills of the game, moving right in here with haste, and off those 2 first kills, they should be able to dictate the pace of this first control point, just pushing Respawn right back. Respawn? Do I dare go there?
Yeah, you already did. It's already out of the bag. Yeah, so the non-duplicate team getting beat a little early on, but it's only the double Tracer, so not that big of a deal. The problem with this map, of course, is trying to re-engage now. They definitely have to wait for everyone to be together. They're probably going to go this right side. Coming through the bridge is a really dangerous proposition, so they're going to go over this left side. Snurk comes in really early, starts laying down some spam as Farah.
Yep, we do have GDK right now, does have Pulse Bomb up. Was looking for Pulse Bomb up between, decided not to take it. Conord goes a little bit too aggro, gets picked off by Lucio, and now both teams getting onto it right away here on the point. Pulse Bomb comes out from GDK, does not quite connect just yet, but overall, we do see some pickoffs here coming out from the side of Ogon. They're going in, the Sound Bear is out now for them as they try and hold. That's going to let them push in even more aggressively, but Respawn hanging in there right now. They're not going down to the Sound Bear. They're still staying in here on the point. Snurk is Farah, looking to land rocket after rocket onto point, and here comes the 76 ult coming out of the way from Hamstero, and with Tracer support, that's going to be all they need to retake control of this point.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, I mean, they're doggedly staying to this kind of one-hero composition. I think they should add in a second Winston, to be honest, to deal with these 2 Tracers. Even a Junkrat here might be good, because you can just spam through the point. Tracers just get absolutely murked by Junkrat, but they're not changing much in their composition because they want to run with these ultimates out, but they do add in a McCree, which I think is smart.
Alright, so they're getting run to point again. Gesm does have a Primal Rage up. He goes on to point. While he's doing that, he's missing out on the melee going out right outside of the point. The Tracer's just picking apart parts of Respawn here. Both Tracers still alive. Having to back up a little bit, but Gasm will drop the Primal Rage. And the point focused approach is working out for Respawn here. They are able to kill enough of the enemy team to take control. And they're right back on it.
Well, yeah, they do flip it, so, and now that they are running a Tracer of their own, so to kind of counter. I think the McCree is generally going to be the one who has to hang out with your supports and keep them alive. They're a little far forward here. They might get punished for this.
They're a little bit far forward. We do have Zarya Z-Pikey getting back into the fight here in just a moment. Graviton Surge will be on the way.
Are we going to see the Graviton against the wall to pull people off, as we've seen on our favorite subreddit lately?
Could be a thing. But for now, actually, Respawn holding on to a point. The offense of Ogon just a little bit disheveled right now. They sort of were streaming in. I think now they're actually going to try and go back and regroup effectively. But again, they will have to worry about that Graviton. Tracers can get out of it. Reaper can get out of it, though, so it's going to be hard to get everyone into it. But they're rushing right in. Here comes Ogon. Here comes the Graviton Surge. 3 people sucked in from the side of Ogon. And Graviton going to do some work here for Respawn.
Yeah, that's a full cleanup. Since they've gotten this point back, they've looked like a different team. I mean, they added in the McCree, which I think is great. Rebels adds a couple kills there for them. They only really had problems with the 2 Tracers. They were the ones doing all the work, and now that they seem to have found answers to them, they look way better.
Yeah, the Devil Tracer was doing a lot of work in the beginning. Devil Tracer having a little bit of trouble here. Rebels certainly doing a good job in McCree, holding things back, but here comes the offense once again coming in. Primal Rage is out. Ordinator goes in. The Death Blossom is immediately taken out. Both teams down a player. Deadeye from Rebels taking out the Lucio, and now see if Rebels can stay alive from the back. McCree, not the worst against Tracer, does land a big headshot on the Winston, takes him out. And Rebels being a huge rock here in the back line for the side of Respawn. Respawn now, after a really rough start, 10% away from winning this game, as the offense now of Ogon has no choice but to stream in here and just try and keep things in the overtime.
Yeah, that's been a great switch for them on the McCree. They've done so much better work since then. It's been the double tracers who were the problem. Now they do get some presence on the point as Gasm goes down, who's been a rock for this team as well.
So both teams fighting out here on the point. The overtime must be kept into play, and this is where we'll see if it ends up being a thing, but we do have now a third tracer in play. One thing about King of the Hill with no hero limit is that tracers start coming out. There are 4 tracers now in play, so grab a Snickers, get a seat if you are already sitting, because this, ladies and gentlemen, might be going on for a long period of time. Tracers are going to be out. Ordinary, though, able to get the double kill pulse bomb, and now, in fact, they're going to retake it. And who knows if they'll stay at the 4 tracer, 1 Lucio, 1 Winston composition.
It's a valid strat, man.
Oh no, now the other side is running 2 tracers. The tracer apocalypse is upon us, X.
There's only 6 of them in this game of 12 players. It's not that big of a deal.
This will protect us.
It'll be fine.
Down for the count.
Well, Respawn is getting the better
so
side of this. Yeah, they got 2 really quick kills, guys, and now that flips back, and yeah, it's extremely back and forth. 2 kills coming out for each team in quick fashion.
Well, this is where it's just going to be pandemonium, where both teams are going to be fighting. It's going to be a 99% to 99% for a while. We do have the sound barrier coming out here from the side of Respawn as they try and take back control. They do have more people alive on the point, but there's just tracers everywhere right now, and no really effective way of cleaning all of them up. So you look at, we are now up to officially 5 tracer, 1 Lucio from the side of Ogon right now. Like I said, grab a seat. This is not ending anytime soon. And this is where eventually it's just gonna be a slugfest between both teams at the moment as they try and take out all the tracers one by one. But the problem is that tracers just keep streaming onto the point right now. And this is the first map out of potentially 5 in King of the Hill. Let's break it down, says Lucio. More tracers streaming onto the point.
Will.
Here comes the Graviton. They'll pull 2 tracers in, but Tracer can get right out of the Graviton under normal situations if she has Blink or Rewind up. Still, though, the Pulse Bomb's coming out from the side of Ogon. That's going to give them a bit of an edge here, as now the other side Respawn slowly coming out with more Tracers.
That actually
However, they're not able to get back onto
yeah.
the point in time. In fact, first round will be going to Ogon.
I really think their Lucio should have switched, really holding the team back by not being Tracer.
Score 1-0.
So, yeah, it's King of the Hill now in no hero limit. So, interesting to say the least. Definitely rounds are going to go longer. I think you're going to see kind of standard-ish play until you get to those 99%, but that is something that you'll definitely
Once you get to the end, the teams have no reason not to just spam Tracers because they can keep it in overtime. It's a Hail Mary pass, but it's definitely a thing.
It's the only chance you have. You might as well take it.
I do like chat's take on it. Literally UK team comp. I mean, pretty much. I mean, Lucio doesn't quite count. Lucio's, I don't know where his hometown is in this. Is his hometown?
It's Brazil, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So probably Rio de Janeiro.
Either way, both teams getting into it right away. Back to a normal team comp here for the side Respawn, though. Only 1 Tracer. They're not going to be reverting to multiple Tracers until the very end. Still, we see Ogon running the double Tracers, so a little bit of sanity right now as both teams fight out for the point, both looking for that all-important first pickoff to start things out. I will say Respawn is a little bit split right now, though, as they approach the point. As Ornator and Konord going to get the first 2 kills of the game in favor of Ogon. And Ornator now just getting right into the backline as Reaper going to be looking to take out this Pharah. Pharah under duress. Pharah going to go down. Not before Network gets a little bit of instant revenge, but overall momentum-wise, definitely in favor of Ogon.
Yeah, you definitely see teams kind of ignore the point at the very first anyway. They're looking for whatever kills are just kind of out there waiting for them, and then they'll go clean up the point. And if a team is not just going to run full 6 on the point and wait for that fight, then they get kind of wrecked out early. Then you're definitely going to lose that first fight and then lose the first point, because usually they end up going in like 4v6.
We are seeing a little bit of hero second turn here. We have double 76 coming out. In fact, some of the pro talk before the season says the only kind of the Tracer apocalypse is 76 apocalypse. We are all soldiers now. Offensive sound barrier, though, coming out from the side of Respawn. They are getting into it as both 76s on the point. They're slowly out-muscling the Ogon side here. But still very back and forth. This Hero going to have a 76 of his own, has attack visor, mowing down 2 people here as a 76. And that's going to be all Ogon needs in order to clear out this point and retake control.
It was actually something we saw like towards the end of when we were running no hero limit earlier on in phase 1 of no hero limit, I guess. 76 was definitely starting to become the answer to it, and it's mostly because Tracers you can keep your distance, and if they get down, and you just helix them.
Alright, so 2 quick kills here coming out from the side of Ogon. They just are pushing right back in to the side of Respawn. They're able to push them back. And now with about 65% remaining, we might be seeing the Tracer Apocalypse coming in from the offensive Respawn sooner than you might think. As Hellblind was on the 76, now on a Tracer of his own. Will he be the first of many? As GDK and Conor just absolutely cleaning up for the side of Ogon. A pulse bomb gonna take out Winston just to make sure. And now with 82% remaining, we very well might be seeing this mass Tracer change coming in from the side of Respawn.
Yeah, one of the problems with it though is, especially on this map, it's just really hard to get out, especially where the defense now is holding right outside this front door. Yes, you can blink, but then you're kind of without tools to really do anything. They are going to come onto the point though and actually start putting some pressure on it.
Yeah, they are able to get to the point, and Rebels now going to activate the attack fires. They're going to try and clean things up. Not going to happen. GDK taking him out from range with the Tracer. Tracer's onto point. Here comes the offense now. They are switching into Mass Tracer. It is happening, but it might be a little bit too late here in order to keep overtime at the ready. Hellblind has to get onto point, and no, he's not going to be able to get there in time. That's going to be 2 maps to nothing here so far for the side of Ogon. It does look like we have a disconnect here for the side of Respawn.
Yeah, so we'll either wait for him to get back. I mean, that map was definitely over. There's no reason to redo that stage, just based on the time where he disconnected. But we can always give him,
I was gonna say, we've had 2 rounds, so we just respect the 2-0 score if he can't get back in.
The teams are new, but we're veterans at this. We've had disconnects before. We know how to handle it.
We know how disconnects work. This is not our first rodeo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to roll for control center again once he gets back, but that's about it.
Alright, so definitely a good showing coming out from Ogon. Ogon up 2 rounds to none. We'll go right back in the game, and for Respawn, what they'll have to do is they'll have to effectively do the reverse sweep here on King of the Hill. They will need to not lose a single round. Otherwise, once 1 round is won, that will be it, and it will be Ogon's game, and they will move on to face Reunited.
Yep,
the new Reunited.
Yeah, the new Reunited. I don't know, man. It's still so weird to me, because I always felt that team was so close, and I think, you know, we talked a while ago about, like, well, I think when the beta comes in, well, you know, you're going to see a lot of new teams. The only team I really expect to stay up top is probably Reunited, just because those guys have been together forever. They played so long. That kind of roster stability is invaluable. And then roster instability comes from. Like, I'm just surprised by it more than anything.
So one thing we're going to have to do is we will have to remake until we get the control center back. That was the 1 round that was not played. Both Night Market and Garden were played. One of the quirks about remaking here. Now, was the RNG god with us? It was not.
No, we don't have our regular admin with us who has like 100% roll rate.
No, Devex's luck in getting the right map in King of the Hill is actually incredible. Yeah. It is a thing of beauty.
I think it's like 10 out of 10. It's crazy.
Did we get it?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, this is a fun little mini game, though.
This is gonna be the time. I've always predicted the Apocalypse will remake about 12 times without getting the exact map. We've remade twice. How long can we go before we get the map we need on the remake?
Prepare to attack.
Okay, we got it. Third try is the charm.
There we go. Third time was a charm.
Now, this map in particular, in the past, back when we ran No Hero Limit, this is a map that can go on for a while. If you look at the distance here between the ship and the point, it's not very long. It's incredibly short, in fact.
Yeah.
So when one team is losing, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the overhead view and grab some popcorn, and we are going to enjoy as Tracer goes off against Tracer in the Battle of Tracers.
One of my favorite moments ever happened on this map, though, and it was like during that No Hero Limit, and they were like, I think it was Mendo or Tavik, one of the two. I can, you know, I confuse them as happened in their era together, but it was 6 people on the point, and they were just like there, and he just snuck in, crouch walked as a Tracer, was hiding behind one of these panels on the point, and just like touched his toe in like he was testing the water in a pool, like twice to really delay the point, and they didn't know where he was. No one found him. It was hilarious. But yeah, it's a huge control point, like in the middle, so it's gonna go long. It's definitely gonna go long. It's not as big as Ilios control points, but a lot of space for these Tracers to operate in the way.
Oh, no big change here coming out from the side of Ogon, although they have somehow swapped sides here to the red team. It's okay though, we've fixed that. And they're getting into it right away. Both Tracers for Ogon trying to make the most of it, trying to get in onto this Respawn side. Respawn opting with a Roadhog here, hoping that the Roadhog will help control these Tracers at least a little bit. For now it's working. They do have the first 2 kills, but a Pulse Bomb already coming out from the side of Ogon does not connect. Wraithform going to save him just there. As both sides now are running double Tracers, so might be a long fight here to get first control of this first point.
Yeah, they were both running 76s, and they had a 76 versus 76 duel there, and Netric won that and took the high ground. He did abandon the high ground, which I'm not sure is the right choice there, because taking this large pack area is really good.
Well, GDK right now, definitely the most valuable Tracer here for the side of Ogon. Able to get 2 kills in the very beginning here, gets a double, secures the point here for his team, or so we think. They still might be able to get on time to contest. They will not, though, and first control of the point will be going in favor of Ogon.
Yeah, and grabbing first control in any King of the Hill is always absolutely crucial. Now, they can't push too far here. Yeah, they're going to back out immediately. That Winston was a little too far forward. The Soundbearer initiation comes in.
Soundbearer allows the team of Respawn to be a lot more aggro. They do get 1 pickoff, but Pulse Bomb coming in on the Winston. It is Tracer pandemonium right now, as both teams running 2 Tracers. Rebels right now just sitting here in the point, looking for his opportunity, looking for a pickoff. Pulse Bomb comes down, does some damage, but not as much as he wants, as GDK and Conord absolutely going to clean up. The Tracers doing work here for the side of Respawn, and they're just going to take this right back.
Yeah, their 76 is where he wanted to be earlier before he lost the duel with the opposing 76. This is exactly where you want your soldier hanging out up top, doing poke damage here. And then, like, for anyone to really contest him, they have to take this long path around, so it's like, at least brings them out of the fight. They are going to contest him, though. They're sending a lot over to him.
They're sending a lot. GDK right now, going to throw out the Pulse Bomb, looking for the pickoff. Will take out Gasm to start things out here. Double kill here for the side of Ogon. Coordinator has Death Blossom up on his Reaper. He's going to be coming into the fight in just a moment. Both sides just throwing everything they have onto it, and overall, though, we do see Ogon hanging in here. They have more presence on the point. They're dealing with these Tracers, and now at 68%, we might see even more Tracers come out from the side of Respawn because they're going to be in danger zone. There it is, a 3rd Tracer has come out. We have 3, can we get 4?
I'm on fire.
Sure, why not?
Almost like a bit. It's like, yeah, I hear 3. Can we get 4? Can we get 5?
Yeah,
could very well be a thing after Gasm uses his Death Blossom here in just a moment.
Are you a little surprised that we're not seeing double Winston? Do you think we're just going to see that later?
I'm a little bit
in the
surprised
day?
at the lack of double Winston.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, like, for anything, I'm like, yeah, double Tracer's good, but, I mean, double Winston is double Winston.
Gasm right now is going to be looking rough down. Here comes a long way Death Blossom coming right into the fray of things, picks up the double kill, and that is something that Respawn sorely needed. They are going to retake this, and there you have it. They were down to 99%, but off of the back of Gasm and that Death Blossom, they're going to be taking it right back.
Triple Tracer action gets in there. Now, they're a little split up, the red team is, trying to push this, so they need to kind of regroup and get coordinated here, because 2 of them almost got caught out there on the right. They need to get all the way back. One of the problems, though, is, like, with all these Tracers, they have endless poke. Endless safe poke, really.
They'll be able to sit in there for a while. They're going to be able to apply pressure with these triple Tracers. They're being very aggressive, and they're just trying to keep Ogon from getting back onto the point period. Now, eventually, Tracers just blink by them. They can get onto it. Soundbearer out here from the offensive Ogon. They're getting right in. Ordinator with the Death Blossom takes out Snurk. Going a little bit deeper in, gets the double kill onto the other Reaper, makes it a triple. Big plays coming out here from the side of Ogon.
Yeah.
Now you look at it, almost everyone is dead for Respawn, and now it's going to be up to Netric to buy a little bit of time and wait for the Tracers to come in. We have 4 Tracers now on the side of Respawn. Will they be able to get into a point in time? They're trying to, and no, they just lost way too many people while they were trying to defend. So that's going to be GG, and Ogon will move on to face Reunited.
0-1.
Yeah, they had really good Reaper play throughout. I mean, like, you saw towards the end, he had 3 to 4 kills there, but throughout the entire match, Ordinator was lighting up that kill feed, so it might be something to watch as this team moves forward. And that is No Hero Limit, King of the Hill. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't mind it, but I do much prefer 1 hero limit, especially for King of the Hill, because I think the first time we tried it out, we didn't even do, like, 1 hero limit. We just did only for King of the Hill, then run whatever you want, like, because King of the Hill is just... seems like it can be a problem with no hero limits.
With no hero limit on King of the Hill, just the overtime can go pretty heavily. But regardless, that was our round of 64. We're going to reunite as winning, so we're not going to take a break. We're just going to go right into the next game, which will be, of course, Reunited versus Ogon. And Reunited, we'll get to see who their 6th player is. You mentioned that you think it's Shades for today.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's Shades. I looked at the roster. That's what they have on the GoSu roster. I could be wrong, which would not be new for me at all, but I think that's it. That's why I wanted to get into this game so I can see, you know, just what Reunited is doing. Because right now, I mean, we got to cast a little bit of Europe throughout the week, and I feel that region is wide open, that anyone could take it. Any of the top 5 teams could start being the best team or winning these tournaments, and most of them are here today, so...
All right, so we're getting Reunited in. Definitely had a sad moment there where... just talking with Reunited, usually I would message Too Easy and be like, all right, Too Easy, get in here. And then I had to stop myself. Oh, man.
At least you stopped.
Roster changes are always, like, devastating, both for the players and also the fans, if you've gotten used to watching certain players play.
Well, Too Easy definitely has a lot of fans, so I think he'll be fine when he decides to whatever he wants to do, make his own team, get on a roster somewhere. Too Easy will find a way to continue playing Overwatch.
You know what we need? We need Too Easy to join FaZe, so Mendo and Too Easy can be on the same team. Think about that. Now that would be a pairing of the ages.
I'm actually for it. I didn't even think about that. That's brilliant.